it's Bridget. Look at the fire behind me. Do you see the fire pit? Ah, it's awesome. My Mickey Mouse shirt. I'm still trying to bask in the Mickey Mouse-ness, the awesome Disney magic energy. I'm going to tell you guys, fairy grasshoppers, why I like Disney so much, because I think I just discovered it myself. Like, I became very super aware of what the deal is about Disney. Why is Disney so special? Why is it so special? Well, I think it's because I'm an empath, just like you. You've heard me talk about this before. What is an empath? An empath is somebody who feels the feels. You absorb other people's energy. You're connected to the environment. You might like nature. You might find being in a city where noises are loud and things are bustling gets to be too overwhelming for you, or loud, things that are loud. You might be very sensitive sensory-wise to sound. You might be a person who has even like textures, like physical textures, like the inside of a shirt. A tag. You might be very sensory aware, hypersensory aware. You might be sensitive to even smells, like perfumes or candles or certain incense. Some might be fine and others might not be. It just really kind of depends, right? So an empath is somebody who really does take on a lot and absorbs a lot of other energy in a lot of different ways. Okay, it's not just psychic energy. That's what I believe. I believe it's a sensitivity to all the things that impact us in our human body, our physical form, like touch, sound, etc., and also our energy body, which is your spirit, which is connected, by the way, through your heart channel. So that's how you're intuitive and psychic as an empath. So there is a psychic gift connected to empaths, which is called clairsentience, the psychic gift of sensing. It's feeling, it's emotions, but it's also feeling like, is something off? What's up? Something doesn't feel quite right. It's like feeling that. That's not really your gut instinct. If you're an empath, you feel it more in your heart, like almost like an anxiety. Like you can feel the energy getting tighter in the chest. It can almost feel like a panic attack for some people if you've ever had one of those. It can feel like your anxiety is really high, or you've had tons of caffeine and you're just like, your heart's going. That is some of the common feelings that as an empath I feel. But the reason why I like Disney so much is because people that usually are at Disney, when people are at Disney, even families, even when it's hot and it's late and the kids are tired, it is a pretty happy place for the most part. They're on vacation. They're not really thinking about work for the most part. And most people are really pretty happy and pretty friendly. And I think that that's why I like Disney so much, because it's the one place I'm at where everybody's not freaking out, stressed out. They're kind of out of their regular day-to-day world, and then it's just people to people to people, and that's it. There's some quirkiness. There's some, if you overhear some conversations and people bring all their crap from home or their baggage, yeah, maybe like in a restaurant or in a line or something, you might get a little on you. But for the most part, people are kind and friendly, and I just feel at ease. I feel at ease. I don't have to be hyper vigilant. I don't have to be worried about my kids. I don't have to be thinking about the dogs. I don't have to be thinking about anybody. So I think that's why I like Disney so much. That's why it's so relaxing to me. So as I've been back for a while, I'm like, I need to put on a nice Disney shirt and feel good. Today it's like middle 60s. It's a little chilly actually right now in the shade, but when I come into the sunshine, this is my backyard, by the way. Isn't it cool? It looks beautiful with the trees right now and everything kind of coming into bloom here. It looks really nice, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit more in the future here about empath, being an empath. What does that mean? I'm going to share some tools with you about that, because I think that that is probably the prime channel of communication and connection that most people use even before intuition. I think intuition gets like this big first, big billing, right? And empath, being an empath, is more like the warm-up act, right? It's not the main event, it's the warm-up act. Well, really, being an empath is probably one of the best, most common ways that you can start really working with your psychic ability and your intuition. And if you don't want to work with your psychic ability and your intuition, that's fine. But being an empath and understanding that, how feelings and energy is affecting you and impacting you, it can make you feel lighter, which is less stressed. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice to feel less stressed? It can make you be healthier. It can make you feel like you have more choices. It can make you feel more understood. It can make you really understand yourself a bit better. And it can hopefully help you realize that there's nothing wrong with you. Being sensitive is not a problem. Wearing your heart on your sleeve, it's not a problem. It's the norm, okay? It's totally the norm. Let me just take this off here. I totally forgot that I still had my hair pulled back. All right, I'm seeing it now. So I'm like, oh yeah, it doesn't look so cute. So it's the norm. Most people are sensitive. I would hope you're sensitive. That means you care. But managing that sensitivity, that's a whole different ball game, isn't it? So I would like to talk with you more about sensitivity and sensitivity to energy, how to manage energy. And I've done lots of audios and class type lectures and things like that about energy management in the past. And so I'm happy to be able to share that with you here on Fairy Grasshopper now, to be able to give you some tools and resources to, again, get to know yourself better, to understand how energy is impacting or influencing you. And then as a first step, a warm up to being a more intuitive person, to actually partnering, having your gut, your intuition partner with your heart, is going to be the best way to make you the most well-rounded and the most accurate if you're doing psychic work, if you're doing energy work for yourself, if you're doing healing work for yourself. No matter what types of modalities you're using, when your heart and your spirit are working together in a partnership and tandem, you really just are, you have a great partnership, a really solid foundation when you can trust your feelings and emotions and your instincts working together and not opposing each other. It can really help, especially when you're working then to try to convince the brain that it's time to take action, or brain, no, chill out. Yo, dude, it's time to slow your roll, man, and just chill out. Because the heart has some things it wants to give us information about intuitively through sensing, through our senses, through our sensory experiences, through our sensitivities. And our intuition wants to have some time to kind of work with that, filter that out, and have kind of a collaborative effort and approach moving forward, like a team effort. Team you. All right, so I look forward to that. So that's why I like Disney World so much. I realized that I'm like, wow, everybody around me, for the most part, isn't totally engrossed in their own thing. Everybody's here to have some kind of joy or some kind of experience that they hope is more relaxing and less stressful than their day-to-day normal life. So there's kind of like this hope and this optimism that comes even when people are dragged to Disney, or even like at the end of the night when the kids are so crabby and so tired, so crabby. I totally feel for those families. I'm like, oh, I remember those days. Nope. Don't ever push people to their max. I don't care how cute the parades are, or how much fun it is to go on that last ride. I don't care how much you spent to go there. It is not worth it at the end of the night to wreck the whole day by pushing yourself too much. As a parent too, let me just say, don't push yourself. It's not worth it. All right, Fairy Grasshoppers. Hey, thanks so much for being here, for watching Fairy Grasshopper on YouTube. You know this channel is really about my intuition and my coaching work kind of coming together, and working on lots of different videos like card readings, how to use those as a tool. I've done some videos here with angels and channeling archangels and some other deities, saints, God, goddess aspects, and even totem animals I've talked about here. I've talked about things like the moon cycles and the elements, and I have videos about just all sorts of interesting things. I also have vlogs, and that's why I have been able to do so many different videos here on Fairy Grasshopper, because it's also a vlogging opportunity for me to show you what it's like to be a psychic person, a sensitive person, an empath, and an intuitive, but also a real life person, a mom of 4 kids and 4 dogs, and an entrepreneur, and a spouse, and just there's so many things that I think it helps you to be able to see and to get to know me as well. So this is an additional opportunity to get to know me as a person as well, if you're interested in that, in addition to the work that I do at Above Life channel, which is Afterlife Celebrity Guest Channeling. So I try to work it so that I do channeling there once a week, and then here I can then do other things as well. So I like that balance. I like the flexibility I have here on FairyGrasshopper, which actually was created as a magical student energy, a lighter way, a lighter perspective in learning about intuition and experiencing psychic work, where it's not like gloom and doom and fear and religion. Oh my gosh, if I do a psychic reading, it's bad because I didn't learn about that in my religious teachings, you know, that kind of thing. And so, and that's a real thing for people. I mean, I don't mean to make light of that, but that's a real thing for people. So FairyGrasshopper is supposed to be lighter hearted, more curious, more uplifting and inspiring, you know, than deep and serious and intense, you know. So I hope that we fulfill that mission when you and I are connecting here on the FairyGrasshopper YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching. If you're looking for me elsewhere, like on social media, check me out at Bridget Inspired on Facebook, Bridget Inspired on Instagram as well. All right, I hope I've inspired your spirit today, you empath, you filled you with some hope and encouraged you to just live your life. Do the best you can. I mean, I totally believe in you. I totally believe in you. All right, thanks for being here. Have a great day.